All right, cool. That's good. So let's get started. Well, there is a big introduction that runs behind. Why do we need to learn programming, and what exactly and how does exactly the Java, oh, sorry, the Roblox work? So you might be playing Roblox. Do you play Roblox? Yes or no? Type me yes or no. Do you play Roblox? Definitely, you might be having different games around mm, to play, like Arsenal or something or something. So, do you both of you play Roblox, like on that platform? So, yeah, okay, Ishan, you do play on Roblox. What about you, Jacob? Do you play on Roblox Studio? Like, not the studio, it's just like the platform. Do you play some games on Roblox? Okay, I guess. Oh, sorry. I'll just. You can keep your cameras open, everyone. It's fine. You can keep your cameras open. It's okay. So let's say you play games on Roblox, and it's pretty simple, it's really cool, and it's so interesting sometimes, and it's definitely fun. Sometimes it's too hard. So all these games are basically running on some codes, behind. There are like different code that runs behind. Now, is it really hard? Is it impossible to make a game by your own? Well, the answer is no. For example, you want to create a game in Roblox. Okay. And this is your game in Roblox. Kind of a very simple game where you, as a character, um, are going into some world, a very simple world where we have a tree. My drawing is bad though, really bad. And you have a house and some really cool entrance around. Okay. What else do you think we can have in a normal game? Mountains, some bushes, a garden around. What else do you think? Fences. Mm-hmm. Tell me, what else do you think you can have in your game? Definitely, a player is must. What else? Use the chat box. Share your ideas with me. What else do you see in your game? Jacob and Ishan. A person. Yeah, definitely a person. What else? Mm-hmm. What else do you think in your what else do you see in your game? Cars. Cool. That's good. Mm-hmm. Planes. Good. What else? So you got some cars, the sun. All right, so I'm just gonna add some more textures. So you get some sun for a better design. You have some cars around, and you have planes too. So I'm gonna write the plane. I'm just gonna make a very simple plane. Let's just say there's an aircraft running. Now this is called modeling, where you basically add things, design them, add in your game, give some effects, and so much more. How exactly are you gonna make them work? Let's say I want to make an interactivity between the player and the models here. So as a player, you drive a car, you come to the doorsteps. As soon as you step your over the doorstep, the lights inside the house, inside the home that you have, it switches on. There's some sounds playing behind. You can drink water, or you can go and sleep and save your game. And when you come nearby the tree, the apple falls down. You can eat them and restore your health. There is like hundreds of different things which you can do in your game. Now, this is only possible with the help of the programming language, which is called Lua, the programming language which we'll be using in Roblox Studio. So we'll be using a programming language called Lua. Do you ever know about this language before? Have you ever heard of it? Lua programming language? Anyone? No? Lua is one of the programming language which Roblox uses. Now that means it's a game development language. You can create some really cool games and make them function. Is it hard to learn Lua? Well, no. Lua is one of it's just like similar to Python. It's another programming language, and it's one of the very interesting programming language to learn and begin your programming career with. So your game design and your programming knowledge will all work together to create some really cool games ahead. So everyone just see me ready and we go to Roblox Studio and we create a really simple town ahead. So just see me ready in the chat box. All right, Ishan is ready. Jacob, you ready? Jacob, are you ready? You need to use the chat box, Jacob. Jacob, are you ready? Okay, cool. Now, do you need to do anything today? Well, I'll say not really, because you just need to watch me how I do it. Later, when you think it's gonna be really cool and interesting, you can do it later after the meeting, or join kind of the live lesson with me or with the different teacher and carry on with your programmer's journey with Roblox Studio. Now, as being a Roblox developer, you need to have Roblox Studio on your computer installed. Is it hard to do that? It's pretty simple. Don't need to worry about any steps to it, as today's meeting is more oriented towards you learning and knowing how things work at the big scale. Because so far you've been playing games, you never coded or you never made a game before. So is it going to be really hard? Well, no. Let's stay there, buckle up, and see how I'm going to do everything today. You have Roblox Studio, Sean. That's very cool. So you can follow me up. Not now in the meeting. I want you to pay attention what I will be doing. But later after the meeting, you can follow up what we have or we will learn today. Okay. So make sure you don't distract yourself. Make sure you pay attention to me, and then later you can try that whole step again on your side, or uh I'll send you some codes if you need. So don't worry about anything like that right now. Right now, you just need to watch me doing everything and learn the whole steps. So Jacob and Ishan, get yourself ready. I'll take you through all the steps needed, and you just need to watch the teacher do the whole thing and from basic, and then we are all ready to start our Roblox studio programming later. Definitely you can be this is one of your gonna be your very first step in Roblox developer, where you see how everything works together. So you will have enough idea, you will have enough you know, I will say a better foundation and better base before you start your programmer journey. And later, it's gonna be your decision to decide whether this is gonna be interesting or not. So I will be going. And all right, I want you to select me a template. This time, I'll let you select the template. So, which template should I go with? Type the template that you want in the chat box. Jacob, Ishan, both of you, I want you both to write me a template in the chat box. City. Okay, Ishan, you want to go with city. What about you, Jacob? Or which one do you want to start your lesson with? Is city good? Should we go with city? If okay, I'll go with city. Else, I'm gonna make up a call between one of the two maps which will be selected. So I guess city is something we can start working with. Compact. You want to go with compact. Oh, this is over here. I have an idea. You know, these two maps, the city from here and compact, can be joined together in one map. And what map is that? Western. You have an area like a city too. You have an area like a compact too. So you can use Western to work on both together. I'll be selecting Western. Why? Because it has a city and it has a lot of empty spaces in a compact area. Cool. All right, we are in the Western area. Is this the first time you are seeing a Western area, or have you ever tried this before? Like, have you ever opened a Western map before, or this is gonna be your very first time? Cool. Now here's how the programming will work. I have this map. It looks really cool, but it's kind of really empty. So I was wondering how we can make it animated and maybe much more better. We're gonna create an area over here. Okay. I'll go to editor. I'll click on edit. I'll click on flatten and flatten this map around. Okay. As we are trying to build up our own map, which have our own model, which will be having some kind of animation effect and something. So I'll be using this particular area there. As Jacob was interested in compact field and Ishan was interested in city, I'm going to create a town nearby this track, which can be turned into some more animated area around. So let's do this thing. First of all, I'm flattening down the map because uh, without flattening, things are not going to be that suitable to build on. So we need to first make sure that everything is pretty much flattened. All right. I think I need to flatten this thing around too. Okay. I need to cut this thing. Let me just use the first option here. Okay, that's good. You see how easily I'm doing it? All right, I'm flattening this whole map around. As soon as the flattened thing finishes, I'll take out the trees which are no or use right now, or you can just change the positions or locations. Well, I'll just move them from my map for now. Okay, I got this area ready. I think this is pretty much suitable now to begin the development thing. It's a little bit upside down, but that's fine. Now we need to get an area around it. So I'll be using the toolbox to search for desert. Let's see what kind of model will be much better. And there we go. We have let's add a desert town. So let's have a military base. Whoa, this is interesting. It looks like something out of movie, right? Right away out of the movie. I'm gonna be having it over here. Okay. Now we can have our own arrangement. And I like to keep all these arrangement in a very well placed area. Okay, that was good. This is much better. We need to give our own arrangement. Okay, that's good. I guess this should be over here. 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 That's in the center. That's fine. What else? Desert ruins? No. Is that the army jeep? Okay, we can have it over here. What else? Desert house, you know, no. Let's have this over here. Oh, this is gonna go in the starter pack. I'm gonna have some guns for the starter pack. Oh, are they pickable? I'm gonna keep it nearby some spawn point, which I'll be creating next. What else we can have? I'm joining the compact mod as well as the map what you selected for. So I think my map is looking pretty much cooler for just beginning, not more, just beginning. We have one more thing, but I think this is gonna be fine. Well, this is called modeling. You just pick up everything by the toolbox. Now it's time to be act as a developer. So I'm gonna have a spawn point here. As a player, we are gonna join that at this place. Now as a spawn point, this place is gonna be empty. It's gonna be like I'm just gonna change the color to yellow and let's keep it neon. And there we go. Now let's begin the game and see how it works. All right. Now, as we start the game, do you see we started somewhere over here? How is that? That means there is another spawn point here, which is hidden and which has some properties which you cannot feel like there is something there on that place. To know that, we'll be using Explorer window, and I'm going to search for spawn. And there we go. We have two spawn location. One is this one that we just added, and the other one is the hidden one. So I'll delete this one. So we just have one spawn location, the one that we added. Cool. So let's begin the game and see if it's working well. Cool. So our game is started, and we go here. This is the town we just created. Looks good. Looks empty. There is no such thing happening. No jumping animation. No something more. Really? Oh, I was guessing. Let's have the spawn location inside this house. This will be much more cooler. What do you think? Right? Spawn location inside the house will be much better. So I'm gonna send the spawn location over here. Yeah, this will be much better. So as a player, you're gonna join here. Now, we got the spawn location. Things are looking better. Well, let's start. It's time to make our whole area, the whole stage, animated and graphical by coding and and modeling too. So I'm gonna add some lights. I'm gonna add some lights at each houses, like on top of each houses, or you can just say over here, one. I'm gonna just make sure this is gonna be a lighting surface, and it's gonna be in a very simple color. I'll say let's keep it white, and let's turn this thing not to material as neon, but as force field, so you cannot exactly see it. Now, I'm gonna rename this part as light one, okay, and try to keep it selected and go to effects, and I'm gonna add a surface light. Now, surface light is basically which covers the area, and I'm gonna increase the brightness. I'm gonna increase the angle, and I'm gonna be increasing it, changing the color to something bright yellow or something. Okay, that looks good. I'll keep it shadow. I'll change the range to something bigger. This is cool. Now I'm gonna be adding it on top of each house. Before we do that, make sure the cache this um light that we just add, the surface light, it's disabled. So come down and make sure this is disabled, so not enabled. And we're gonna add it on top of each house. All right, one of the light is added. That's time to get the other one. So I'm gonna keep it selected, duplicate it, drop it here, two. Keep it selected, come back here, drop the third one. This is gonna be three. How many more houses do we have? Okay, four is gonna be over here. Five is gonna be, oh sorry, phi is gonna be over here. No, it's we already have one there. Phi is gonna be there. Mm-hmm. Wait, phi. Let me just keep it selected. You don't need to worry about how I'm doing it. You just need to watch the steps. It's pretty simple. It's not really hard. You can see how easily I'm getting this thing done. So I'm gonna duplicate the fifth one. And did I miss anything except the one that we start from? I don't think so. Let's keep it one over here. All right. So we have how many lights? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm gonna change the numbers to two to three to pi to, sorry, 6, and this is going to be for 7. All right, I'm going to change this thing to 8. So we got 8 lights around. Now I'm going to write a code. Okay, so the code will follow up something like this. I'm going to come back in the center of this town, and I'll just drop up a single piece of block as a switch. So if you want to have a switch, you can either get the switch somewhere in this house, if you can enter. Can we enter in this house? I don't think so. Well, I'll be using this area to keep a switch and to get some lightning effect there. So I'm gonna get the switch, change the color to neon, change the color to red. Okay, and let's scale it down. Oh, I need to move up a little bit. Scale it down like a switch box, a tiny switch box, and drop it down on the ground. Keep it red for now. We'll go to home, go to toolbox, search for sign, and I add the sign, and there we go. The sign is going to be ready. 3. Let's use this one. I'm going to drop the sign over here and change the sign to my sign. Time to add some coding. So the coding goes over here. This model is now, it's not going to be functioning. So I'll be adding a code to this particular thing. I'll say script, and there we go. We are in the scripting area. Now, if you play the game, nothing is functioning though. Nothing is functioning. It's just going to be a simple code there. All right, so this is how it's gonna go. You start your game running. You go through the door, and you see a sign. Nothing is working. Everything is pretty much fine. Still, not much with an effect. So I'm here. Nothing works. Well, let's make it exciting. So first of all, to see the lightning effects, it's better to have evening time than the midday or something. So I'll go to the workspace, minimize the whole thing here, go to lightning settings, and change the daytime to something evening. Now this is much better. All right, coming back to the coding time, I'll write some codes. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about these coded things here. So I'm just gonna write local script, and I'm gonna name this as not write script. I'm gonna say local button equals script dot parent. Are you supposed to memorize this code or worry about it? No, this is just an introduction, so don't worry. I'll just do the coding really quick, and I'll say local. I'm gonna add some really simple coding techniques here, which will make sure that the button is now can interact with you. So button guard false. Now we need to connect all the lights. So we have local light 1. How do you connect it? I will go to game. I'll go to workspace. We have light 1. Okay. From that, we need to go to surface light. Just like that, we have 8 lights in total. So I'm just gonna come down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got all these lights connected. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We also need to change it from here. No need to change it. I think that's gonna be fine. Now, simply you can make it enable and disabled by just writing the code. Dot enabled false. So keep it copied. Come down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna write here 2. This is gonna be 3. This is gonna be 4. This is gonna be 5. This is gonna be 6. This is gonna be 7, and this is gonna be 8. All right. Also, I'm gonna add music behind running. So I'm gonna go to the Western tag, go to Toolbox, go to Audio, and let's search for Old Town. Let's see.
Hey guys, today we're gonna do a Roblox parody on.
Nope, not the right one. Nope. I like it. I'll go with this one. Well, I think I need to send it to the workspace and change it to background music. Okay, let's connect the music here. So I'll say local bg music equals game.workspace.bg music. Now background music is not basically playing in front, so dot playing is gonna be false. BG music, I want it to be looped, so I would say true. Now time to get the code ready. First, you're gonna say the part you have, the button basically, the color for this button. I want to say color 3 dot new. To get this color, basically in the first it's going to be red because yes, it's not running. Then we're going to make a function. Do you need to worry about anything that I'm doing right now? No. So I'll say local function make it, let's say run. Let's name it as run and part touched. Some simple code I'm doing. This code, you can learn it with some really simple steps. You're going to be learning everything throughout the course, definitely. So don't worry about them. Any code, any structures, any basics. Now I'll say local character. What do you mean by that? It's basically tells you who is the player who's playing the game. So part touch dot parent local humanoid. Humanoids are basically the ones who are the player, not the zombies or the objects. Make sense? Okay, coming back here, I'll say part touch dot or we'll go with character. Find first. Now this it looks like a very big code. Find first child, which is a humanoid. Now I'm gonna come down after that. I'm gonna write a simple condition. So if the person is humanoid and button guard is gonna be false, then we'll do something. What are we gonna do? We will say background music dot playing is gonna be true. All the lightning will have an lightning effect. Before we do that, I would say button color, button dot color. No, I'll just go with button dot color equals color 3 dot new. And we'll change the color for the button to be light green or something bright green. And let's see, we should have a text sign connected too. So I'll say local my sign as game dot workspace dot my sign dot text dot surface UI dot text label, and my sign would say my sign dot text would say please step on this button to begin to make it make everything lit. I'll come down here once it's done. I'm gonna say my sign dot text will say you did it. And after that, we will say um, for count equals 1 until y reaches around 100. Do something that is keep on changing the color for these lights we have here, or you can just enable all the lights. So I'm just gonna delete this thing here and copy all the lights. Just one isn't enough for now, and paste it down here and turn it to be true. All right, we are done with the code. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change the numbers. 2, 3, 4. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is gonna be 8. And in the end, we need to connect the function. So I'll say when button uh, is gonna be touched by the player, we're gonna connect the function name as run. Let's run the game and see how it works. 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, so we are in the game. It's evening time. Everything is too dark. And here we go. You see, it's kind of dark here. Now, how exactly this is gonna work? I'm gonna go over here, and the button sign says, please tap on this button to make everything lit. Are you all ready to go forward? I'll be moving forward and touching this button.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. Take my horse to the old town road. I got the horses in the back. Looks like it's attached.
See how it worked out? As soon as he touches that button, all lights around the home starts goes in light. So that's one of the coolest thing that happened. And also there was one, I think just one little error. I guess it was about the surface light. We need to make sure all of the surface light goes false and they all goes true again. So I'm just gonna come back here. So we have light 3, light 1 enabled. True. Okay, yeah, that was pretty much thing we did today. So Ishan and Jacob, what do you both think? How was the lesson today? It was just an introduction. You don't need to worry about anything. What do you think? You can unmute yourself, right? Wait, I just need to think. Unmute myself. Oh, you can unmute yourself. Good. Tell me. You can share your screen. You can unmute yourself and tell me about your suggestions and any ideas. So, what do you all think?
Yes, it was really good.